another edition of News Review brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Odunwayo Adelere. I want to thank all our viewers home and abroad for always staying tuned to WY TV, and as well our sponsor Nokpa Abals. Nokpa Abals deals with Nokpa Abal mixture, Abal Cool, Abal tonic, Abal bitters, Abal flusher powder, Abal energy powder. Whichever you need, you can send a DM or call the number showing on your screen. The number is 070-1010-8549. Place your order. Remember to adorn your health with Abals, because health is wealth. You know how we do it on this show. Bring to you news and made it to the top. We'll go on a short commercial break to our sponsor Nokpa. When we come back, we'll talk on the one I feel we should talk about, but I will not be the only one talking today. You can drop your own comment in the comment section. You can as well call in. Let's some minds together. So on Punch newspaper this morning, we have Dangote to transport refined products by sea, officials. 17 governor raises minimum wage panels. Tinubu needs more time to settle down, ex-Kogi speaker. On Vanguard newspaper, we have October 1st, police deploy in states as organizers insist on protests. High cost of transportation forces workers to resign from jobs. False alarm, no court case against Matawali. On Daily Post newspaper, we have, give Tinubu more time, our challenges will soon be over. Osun APC chieftain to Nigerians. Nigeria at 64. Federal government plans low-key celebration as Nigerian youth protest against hunger. These are the news that made it to the top today. Let's go to on a short commercial break to our sponsor Nokpa. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
You gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every. You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
It is always Nokpa.
Nokpa for management of power.
Yeah, welcome back from that short commercial break. That's our sponsor Nokpa. So without wasting much of our time, the first one I have here says, Tinubu needs more time to settle down, ex-Kogi speaker. Tinubu needs more time to settle down. This is he clocked a year, May 29, 2024, that the president assumed office of the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And now ex-Kogi state speaker is coming out to say, our dear president still needs more time to settle down so as to know where to tackle the problem of Nigeria, whether from the east, from the north, from the west, or from the south. The immediate past speaker of Kogi State House of Assembly, Prince Matthew Kolawole, has said that President Bola Tinubu inherited a rotten economic system and therefore would need more time to settle down and right the wrongs of the past. He also spoke on the face-off between the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Yaya Bello, saying that Bello has sacrificed a lot for the All Progressives Congress and should not be subjected to what he is currently going through. Now, this person, Prince Matthew Kolawole, is coming out to say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has inherited a rotten economic fine. He knows that the economic has been rotten, and he came out boldly in 2023 to say, I know exactly where Nigerians are feeling the pain. I know what is actually wrong with Nigeria economy. Just give it to me. Give me the mandate. According to what he said, give me the mandate and let me do it. I have sat down at my drawing board for the past 20 years, and I believe once I assume the seat of the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I'm going to find a solution to it. Now, a year is gone. He has stepped into the second year, and still the ex-speaker is saying we need to give him more time. And again, he also made mention of the face-off between the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the ex-Kogi State Governor, Yaya Bello, who is actually on the run and wanted by the anti-graft agency concerning the 80.2 billion naira fraud that he was alleged of. He said Yaya Bello has sacrificed a lot for the All Progressives Congress, APC, so he should not be subjected to this ridicule, he should not be subjected to this torture he's going through. So for the fact that he's now in APC, does that now mean that this man cannot be summoned, cannot be verified, cannot be, I don't know, cannot be drilled? We are talking about 80.2 billion naira. Say a state allocation. Now, because he belongs to a particular party, does that mean he cannot go through what others have actually gone through? Kolawole, in an interview with journalists in Lokoja on Sunday, urged Nigerians to exercise a little more patience as Mr. President is working tirelessly to put things right. Assessing Tinubu's administration in the last year, the ex-speaker said, the APC government has come to stay to the best of my knowledge. I also strongly believe that we are in a trying moment as far as the nation's economy and Nigerians are concerned. So you don't need to lament. APC has come to stay. Since they took the mandate from PDP, they are not going to return it back to the PDP. That is what this person is coming out to say. It actually says President Tinubu needs more time to settle down fully because of the rot in the system from where we as a nation are coming from. It will take a while for us as a nation to come out of our challenges. The ongoing reforms may be biting hard, but it is a process to take us to our dreamland. So whatever Nigerians might be going through right now, you should keep on enduring. Not enjoying, enduring, because with time all these things will become story. It will be story to tell. Now by the time we come out, we'll be like, Nigeria has once been in that show before, but now we are soaring high. We are now a nation that everybody can be proud of, according to what Prince Kolawole Matthew said. Now he is urging all Nigerians to please give the president, but I am not the one that is urging Nigerians. It is Prince Kolawole Matthew that is urging Nigerians to please stay calm, give the president more time to settle everything that he actually needs, because everything has gone bad. It needs more time to reshape it, to come back to the Nigeria that we actually wanted. The second one yesterday is October 1st. Police deploy in state as organizers insist on protest. August 1st to August 3rd, there was a protest that was held throughout the nation. #End Bad Governance protest, and we know what happened after the protest. Some were actually picked and some are kept in prison. Some are on probation. Some are still facing their cases in court. But now, they said another protest is going to hold on October 1st, which is the Independence Day of Nigeria. Tomorrow, as God will have in Nigeria, we will be clocking 64 years of independence. Now, the organizers of the #End Bad Governance said they will be embarking on another protest, #Fearless, in October. They said the protest will be taking place at Eagle Square in Abuja, where the independence anniversary will be taking place, and as well in Lagos Under Bridge, Ikeja. Despite appeals by some stakeholders and the federal government calling for calm, organizers of the October 1st protest against hardship in the country have insisted on going ahead with tomorrow's action. Giving reasons, one of the lawyers to the detained August 1st protesters, Mr. Deji Adeyoju, yesterday asserted that the fresh round of protests is on the heels of the federal government's failure to address protesters' earlier demand. Since we came out, according to what he said, since we came out August 1st to August 3rd, we told you what we wanted, and still you did not give us what we wanted. So we are going to embark on another phase, which is the second phase, phase of the protest. The first phase was hashtag End Bad Governance, but this one is Fearless in October. Hashtag Fearless in October. Speaking with Vanguard, Adeyoju said government intentionally kept the issues aside, adding that President Bola Tinubu's promise to engage with protesters had not been fulfilled. Meanwhile, the Jigawa Police Command will deploy its men today in readiness of the protest, just as Lagos Command met with organizers of the protest and assured them of security. Also, Lagos State government said restriction of the action to the two designated venues still stands, warning that protesters will not be allowed in other areas to avoid breakdown of law and order. Refrain from any act of violence. This is coming from the federal government to those that want to come out to protest tomorrow to show their concern about the hunger in the land. The federal government is now urging them that you should refrain from any act of violence. Just come out peacefully. Let's know what you want. Adeyoju said if the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria had addressed the Nigerians when they came out August 1st to August 3rd, this hashtag Fearless in October wouldn't stand, but the federal government decided to pull it aside and said we are less concerned about whatever you might be going through. Now, in the constitution of Nigeria, it is in the constitution that a citizen of a country can actually come out to express your feelings. This is what the government is doing. We do like it peacefully. Now, the police command has called on the organizers of the protesters. Adeyoju is now asking now, why are they calling the organizers of the protesters? Is it to silence them or what? But whatever which way you want to go through, Adeyoju and Omoyele Sowore, who are one of the major organizers of the protest, said they are going to embark with it, and they expect the security personnel, starting from the police, the soldiers, whatever security operatives that will come out tomorrow, they expect them to actually protect the citizens that will be coming out for the protest, not to disrupt the protest, because they are coming out for a peaceful protest. They are coming out to tell the federal government that indeed there is hunger in the land. The last but not the least, high cost of transportation forces workers to resign from jobs. This is where we've actually gotten to in Nigeria. Those that are actually working, we have people that are being laid off from their work because most times people get late to work. And once you ask them what happened, it's either there are increments in the transportation fee, or they could not get bus that will take them down to their workplace. Now, people are now resigning from their job. It is better I resign than wasting all my money on transportation, because the transportation hike is just too much. And if everybody is being asked, why is the transportation fare being hiked, they will tell you due to the petrol subsidy that was removed. And those that have been coming out to request for this bad governance, those that have been coming out for protest, this just one thing they've been asking for the federal government is that the federal government should return the full subsidy. The various changes in government policies have continued to tell on Nigerians, especially the recent increase in fuel pump prices across the country. This year alone, the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) has adjusted petrol pump prices upward towards from 617 naira to 855 naira, 950 naira in Lagos State, depending on the fuel station, and above 1,000 naira in other states within 2 weeks in September that is ending just today. Despite these changes, which have tremendously affected market prices and the cost of transportation, Nigerians have devised various means of survival. But the recent increase has not gone down well with some Nigerian workers' economy and lifestyle discovered. This has made them resort to resigning from their jobs or sleeping in their workplace to cut costs, as they can no longer meet up with the increased cost of transportation, which is digging deep into their salaries. Mr. Dotu Owoyemi, who works on the island and receives a 5-figure salary, lamented. He said, "I live on the mainland and I work on the island. Before now, I spent 800 naira to and fro from my workplace. Now, I spend 2,500 naira to 3,000 naira daily just for transportation, no feeding included. Those commercial bus drivers are not helping matters at all either. A destination of 200 naira fare, they increase to 500 naira. That of 100 naira to 300 naira. I earn just 5-figure salary. I spend almost half of my monthly salary on transportation alone. This is not funny at all. I have to resign from my work because this 70,000 minimum wage is not functioning in all private organizations, should be told. Even if private organizations decide that, okay, we are going to be paying 70,000 naira minimum wage, would it still be enough? Because when we talk about transportation, if somebody is spending 3,000 naira a day for transportation, he's not feeding, he has children to feed at home, he has other expenses to take care of. And then what is 70,000 naira going to do in the day-to-day activities of Nigerians? There is nothing 70,000 naira is going to do. So the federal government, this is a clear call to the federal government that Nigerians are going through a lot. And for those that will be going out for the hashtag Fairness in October protest tomorrow, you all should be careful out there, and please do not result into violence. That is the only thing I will be give it to you as a sisterly advice. Do not result into violence. Make your petition known orderly. Be calm with whatever you are requesting from the federal government, because we still have some that actually came out for the hashtag End Bad Governance that are restricted. Their freedom are being restricted right now. Some have been given bail, but they cannot even join for the protest that will be holding tomorrow. So for as many that will be working freely tomorrow, you have to do everything accordingly, according to what the Constitution states. And to all the security personnel that will be working tomorrow, please do well to do your work diligently. You have to carry out your work diligently and not oppress the poor masses that are coming out, because those that are coming out, I believe they are coming out just with placards, they are coming out with handwritten things. They are not coming out with guns, they are not coming out with knives, neither are they coming out with cutlasses. You as the security operatives are the ones that are coming out with ammunition. So you have to be careful and you have to be discreet in using your ammunitions. Please, the protesters are not violent people. They are just out there to make their outcry. They are just out there to pour out their pain for the federal government. Alright, we've come to the end of News Review today. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on X account, on TikTok, on Instagram at Wisdom Yard Online TV. Thanks to all our viewers home and abroad, and to our sponsor, Okpa Abals. You can also be a sponsor for any program on WYTV. Till I come again on your screen, I remain my humble self, Oduayo Adelere. Be good and be fine. Bye for now.